It's early morning, it's on your doorstep, and today I'm in Great Barton in Suffolk. Now, on your doorstep, we like to go around and speak to people about stories that matter to them. And that's why I've come to this family-run business, the Gadd brothers. They are tree surgeons and landscape gardeners, and they have been in business for 13 years. So let's see if we can find Mr. Gadd. James, good morning. How are you?
Yeah, very well, thank you.
James, I have to ask you, a lot of tree surgeons, I've been doing my research, a lot of tree surgeons are complaining about fuel prices. You guys are specialists, you're professionals, you do the big jobs, you do the small jobs, and you go all over. So fuel's a big part of your business. What kind of thing are you seeing?
Yeah, it's obviously a massive part of our business, and I think anyone, whether you're a business owner or not, is really feeling the pinch, dare I say it, with rising fuel costs. As you say, we travel quite a bit for work. We do a lot in surrounding counties as well, so into Cambridge. So yeah, our fuel bill obviously now, some days paying over £2 a litre, is sort of adding a bit of a sting to the day when everyone fills up first thing on a Monday. And it's seen our fuel prices increase by sort of 25%. So yeah, massive hit for small businesses, well, and big businesses alike, to be fair.
So that's definitely cutting into your profit. And I have to ask, James, material costs, like I know a lot of people who are in the building trade and they're telling me material costs are spiralling. So with you guys especially as well, you're pricing jobs 6 months ago, and I assume that the prices change. How are you finding that? So let's say you've priced a job 6 months ago. What are you finding the reality is now when you go to actually do the job?
Yeah, so obviously it's difficult. You're always trying to plan ahead and foresee these price increases coming. Obviously, with the back of difficult few years for obvious reasons, prices have gone up. For us, certainly our landscaping projects, we can have sort of material costs of £300,000 per job. A 10% increase in costs can really, obviously you can't just suddenly relay that or add it onto the end price of the thing. So it is difficult. It's also feeding into that as well is just supply chain. Materials that used to be stock items, you could, next day deliveries, that sort of thing. Sometimes now we're finding that even suppliers don't know when they'll next see the next stock. So yeah, it's challenging times. But yeah, we're sort of holding our heads up, and you plan as well as you can to foresee that. So.
And you've got to plan quite extensively, because you guys also do Chelsea Garden Show and all the big shows around the country, don't you? Yeah,
so the flower show, so we're fortunate to be involved with and build gardens there. So that's the sort of type of scale of garden that we're sort of undertaking. Those projects, they're planned some of the years ahead to get plant stock and so on. So you're trying to keep up all of that, all the planning, but then also try and foresee these price increases and so on. So yeah, it's definitely a challenging industry, that's for sure.
It is a challenging industry, and I can see just behind us some of your guys are getting ready for the day. You're loading up the equipment. It's a beautiful day at the moment. Yeah. It must be a bit challenging come winter.
Yeah, winter time is a different story. Days like today, everyone always says it must be lovely to work outside. It is. Obviously, the two extremes, like a couple of weeks ago, 40-degree heat. Obviously, we do our best to work around it and plan jobs that that can still be done, and then obviously the other end of the spectrum is middle of winter and cold days, dark mornings, dark nights, rain. So unfortunately jobs have got to be done, and dare I say it's take the rough with the smooth and crack on. So
that's a nice positive attitude. I will let you get on with your day, because I can see the guys are quite eager. They've got a cup of coffee, they're loading the chainsaws, getting ready. So we're going to hand back to the studio, and next time, looking forward to that sing-song.